I'm your host, Kelly Rochelle, and if we've never met, I learned how to heal myself from stage 3 breast cancer through the transformative power of juicing at age 63. I completed a 153-day juice fast, lost over 30 pounds, and I learned how to master my mind to stick to it. Now I'm on a mission to help other women over 40 also reach their health goals naturally. So today we are diving into a topic that I hear a lot about. Is juicing too expensive? It's a common concern, and I'm here to break down this myth and show you how juicing can actually be a cost-effective and incredibly beneficial choice for your health. Now, is juicing too expensive? So let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. Yes, fresh produce can seem pricey, especially if you're used to buying cheaper processed foods. Now, many people believe that juicing is too costly. Let's break it down. Yes, buying fresh fruits and vegetables can seem expensive at first glance. However, consider this. A week's worth of fresh produce for juicing often costs less than a week's worth of processed foods, snacks, and sodas. Plus, when you compare it to the cost of eating out, ordering takeouts, and DoorDash, and that daily stop to the fast food joints, the drive-through, juicing is actually quite economical. Now, I've got a barking dog here, so try to do your best. I want you to think of juicing as an investment in your health. So now, when you prioritize nourishing your body with fresh, nutrient-dense juices, you're making a powerful choice to invest in your overall health and well-being. Health is wealth. So imagine this. Spend a bit more on fresh fruits and vegetables now, but you save thousands on medical bills and treatments later. Juicing helps improve digestion. It boosts your immune system, and it helps you manage your weight. And when your body is well nourished, you feel better. You have more energy and are much less likely to suffer from chronic illnesses. So let's talk a little bit about the cost associated with ill health. Think about these costs: medications, doctor's visits, missed work days, poor digestion, weight gain, and other health issues can lead to hefty medical bills and a lower quality of life, not to mention the physical and emotional toll it takes on you and your loved ones. Now, juicing provides essential nutrients that help prevent these issues. You're not just spending money, you're investing in your health and well-being. Now, investing in your health now, you're actively working to prevent those costs and improve your quality of life. So please let that sink in. Watch this video a few times and rewind that part. And seriously, where do you want to invest your money? Now, with that said, there are some cost-saving tips for juicing that I can share. So let's talk about some practical tips. Now, juicing doesn't have to break the bank. There are some ways to keep costs down. So let's talk about it. So, for number one, you can buy fresh produce in season, right? Seasonal produce is often cheaper and fresher. For example, summer is a great time for watermelon, berries, cucumbers, for instance. At the time of this live stream, whole watermelons are on sale at Aldi's for $3.99. Aldi's is a local supermarket here. One watermelon yields me 4 to 5 whole quarts of juice. Now, is that expensive? Cucumbers are just 49 cents a piece there. Number two, you can consider buying bulk, larger quantities from local farmers markets. You can even get good deals from the produce manager at your local supermarket. You just have to ask. You can juice and freeze portions, to save it and use later. Number three, you can shop smart. Look for sales and discounts at your local grocery store. Many places offer deals on produce that's perfectly ripe and ready to juice. And again, number four, you can shop at farmers markets because local farmers markets often have lower prices and fresher produce. And number 5, consider growing your own. If you have the space, growing your own fruits and vegetables can be a rewarding and cost-effective way to have fresh produce on hand. And don't worry, you don't need acres of land. A small bed in your backyard will do. Now, another thing you can do is you can rethink your grocery list. Now, I know I might be stepping on some pinky toes here, but one of the biggest expenses in many households is meat. Meat is often one of the most expensive items on your grocery list. Reducing meat consumption not only saves money, but also benefits your health. By reducing your meat consumption and incorporating more plant-based meals and juices, you can significantly cut down your grocery bill. Meat is not only more expensive, but large consumption has often been linked to various health issues. Large consumptions of meat has been scientifically linked to several health issues. Now, I know I may be stepping on some ankles by now, past the pinky toes, but I love you, and I have to let you know this. And please hear me when I tell you, I was the biggest meat eater of all time. I mean, I didn't eat side dishes even, hardly any vegetables, just big old plates of meat. And I didn't think there was anything at all wrong with it. Nothing at all. It wasn't until I learned some of what I'm going to share with you tonight, not until then, that I knew anything different. But now you're grown, and this audience I have might be a lot of people, but I really feel led that, what kind of friend would I be if I know this information that can legitimately really help you, but I just, keep it to myself, keep my mouth quiet, just mind my own business and keep it to myself. I just feel that that's, just not showing love. It's not true friendship. So, now obviously I can't make you do anything, but I just feel like, just like I didn't know some of these things, we have a surface knowledge, but I had no idea, how deep it really was. I really did not. But once I knew, then I changed. So maybe once you know, you'll consider making a change as well, if you haven't already. All right. So let me just talk about some of the key things that are associated with meat consumption. Number 1, cardiovascular disease. Red and processed meats are basically what I'm talking about right now. Consuming high amounts of red and processed meats has been linked to an increased link in cardiovascular disease. And by processed meats, I'm talking about the lunch meats that you put on your sandwiches and give to your kids to take to school. Hot dogs, sausages, processed meats. Now, this is partly due to the high levels of saturated fats and cholesterol found in these meats, which contributes to the buildup of plaque in the arteries. Now, there's saturated fat and cholesterol in these meats, and these components increase blood cholesterol levels, leading to a higher risk of heart attacks and strokes. Now, how many of you are sitting there now with high cholesterol right now as I speak? Now, cancer has also been associated with meat consumption. There's strong evidence that the high consumption of red and processed meats increases the risk of colorectal cancer. Processed meats in particular contain preservatives and chemicals that are carcinogenic, which means they're cancer causing. Some studies have also suggested links between high meat consumption and certain cancers like prostate, pancreatic, and breast cancer. Meat consumption has also been linked to type 2 diabetes. The high intake of red and processed meats has also been associated with a high risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Now, this is thought to be due to the high levels of saturated fat that can promote insulin resistance. Now, a lot of people are spending time worrying about fruit and how much sugar it has in it, when all along it's the saturated fat in the meat that promotes insulin resistance. It's the meat you should be worried about, not the fruit. And then there's inflammation. Processed meats Are you hearing a theme here? Processed meats, that lunch meat that you give to your babies, them hot dogs that you give to your babies, and sausages. They contain nitrates and other additives that cause inflammation, which is yet another risk factor for type 2 diabetes. Meat eating is also associated with obesity. Meat is calorie dense, and excessive consumption can contribute to weight gain and obesity. Basically, it's because of the high fat content, particularly in processed and fatty cuts of meat, that can lead to more weight gain. Now, there's kidney disease because of the high protein load. Now, excessive protein intake from meat can strain the kidneys, potentially leading to kidney damage over time. You know how people are so worried about where you're getting your protein from? Well, we don't need as much protein as we've been led to believe. And in fact, too much protein is damaging to your kidneys. High meat consumption is also associated with a higher risk of developing kidney stones. Now, have you ever heard of gout? Well, meat, especially organ meat, is high in purines, which can lead to elevated levels of uric acid in the blood, and that's what results in gout. And how about hypertension? Processed meats are often high in salt, which raises blood pressure and increases the risk of hypertension and related cardiovascular problems. And then there are the digestive issues that affect your colon health. So high consumptions of red and processed meats has been linked to a higher risk of diverticulitis and other digestive tract issues. Excessive meat consumption can negatively affect gut microbiota, leading to digestive disturbances. And then there's just increased mortality. Several large-scale studies have found that high meat consumption, particularly processed meat, the lunch meat, the hot dogs, the sausages, and it doesn't matter if it's turkey sausages or chicken hot dogs, processed meat is associated with higher risk of mortality from all causes. Now, please don't take my word for any of this. There is supporting research that anybody can look up. The World Health Organization, for instance, classified processed meat as a Group 1 carcinogen, which is known to cause cancer, and red meat as a Group 2A carcinogen. So your government knows, it's written in black and white, that it's a known cancer causer. But instead of taking it off the market and say, oh no, we can't sell this to people, it's known to cause cancer, no, they leave it on. In fact, they make it even cheaper. Get 2 for $1. The American Heart Association recommends limiting red and processed meat intake due to its link to cardiovascular disease. Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health conducted studies showing that replacing red meat with plant-based proteins reduces the risk of heart disease and overall mortality. So, a plant-based diet rich in fruits and vegetables gives better digestion, weight management, and overall health. So, here's a question for you. Since studies show that a diet rich in fruits and vegetables can significantly reduce the risk of chronic diseases, isn't that worth the investment? Do you really love the taste of meat more than you love yourself? I don't know. So, you can try incorporating more plant-based meals into your diet. Not only will you save money from that expensive juicing, right, but you'll also experience all the health benefits that come with eating more fruits and vegetables. So, let's talk about the benefits of juicing. Now, juicing offers numerous health benefits that make it worth every penny that you're going to spend. Here's what you get. Better digestion. Fresh juices are easier on your digestive system because nutrients are absorbed so easily. They help with weight management because juices are a low-calorie, nutrient-dense addition to your diet, They help you manage your weight effectively. Your energy levels will improve. The vitamins and minerals of fresh juices will give you a natural energy boost. You won't need caffeine or sugar. And fresh juices are packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that boost your immune system, improve your digestion, and promote weight loss. Now, these benefits contribute to a healthier, more vibrant you. When you prioritize health, you save money in the long run by avoiding costly medical treatments and medications. Now, you may not have any medical treatments or be taking any medications now, and you may feel like you're in the clear. But so did I. Cancer does not come overnight. It actually takes years to develop. I didn't know that. When I was in my 50s, 40s, 50s, I had no clue that, it was actually starting then. And believe me, I'm not wishing anything bad on you. I really am not. What I'm just trying to do is let you know that it's more serious than we might think. It's more serious than, oh yeah, I need to eat a little better. I need to eat a few more pieces of this or that. It's really so much deeper than that. It really is. But let's talk about the long-term savings, okay? Because I won't keep going on about it. Like I said, I do feel like it is my responsibility to just let you know this. And then obviously what you do with it is your business. But let's talk about the long-term savings of investing in yourself. Now remember, the cost of poor health far outweighs the cost of maintaining good health. Let me say that again. The cost of poor health far outweighs the cost of maintaining good health. Investing in juicing now can prevent expensive health issues down the road. It's really about making a choice. Pay for your health now with nutritious healing foods, or pay later with medical bills, baskets full of medication, and a reduced quality of life. It's a choice. It's your choice. It's your body. Every dollar you spend on nourishing your body is an investment on your future, though. And don't you deserve to feel vibrant, energetic, and healthy? I think so. Juicing is a powerful tool that can help you achieve just that. So, here's a fun fact. Studies show that a diet rich in fruits and vegetables, not just an apple here or banana there, but a diet rich in fruits and vegetables, significantly reduces the risk of chronic diseases. I mean, aren't you worth the investment? Well, I think so. But obviously the final choice is yours. As I said, I just had to let you know that juicing is actually, when you compare, is really not expensive at all. And I hope this live stream has helped shift your perspective on the cost of juicing and help debunk the myth that juicing is too expensive. Remember, prioritizing your health is one of the best investments you can make. Investing in your health now can save you from paying much, much higher costs later. And I think you're worth the investment. How about you? So, stay tuned for more tips and recipes, and don't forget to share your thoughts and comments. All right, my lovelies, I'm so glad you joined me today, and I can't wait to see you on our next. Until then, love you. Take care.